Hey everybody, Mr. Polymers here, going to do a flight of the King Kong 260. I'm at the North Canton Radio Control Hawks flying field. It's very windy today, 15, 17 mile per hour winds. My intention was not to come out and do video of the King Kong 260, but my intention was to take video of the new 450 Flamewheel 450, and as you can see, I had a little bit of an accident with it. I was doing some preliminary test flights, and these are 10-inch 1045 props. Well, those props, when you get them, don't fit the hubs of the motor here, so I had to slightly drill them out for them to fit. So I was flying this around, and I'll be damned, all three of these props just broke apart. I was probably 30 feet up, 35 feet up, and she landed. Nothing significant. Most of this can be fixed. The tower, GPS tower, can be fixed. I did break the transmitter antenna. Camera is fine on the gimbal. That just, I need to reattach to these. Motor mounts seem to be, everything seems to be good from that respect. But yeah, this thing doesn't, even with the 1045 props, there isn't a lot of lift on it. So I was going to do a test of the 1045, and these are 1147 props. Now I also had to drill these out just a little bit to get these to fit over the hub here. But these large props make the quad very, very erratic. It wants to hop up and down, especially with high winds. These may work in a calm day, but they're just too erratic. Do give it more lift though, but whatever. So anyway, I thought I would salvage my trip out here to do a little test of the, I'll go ahead and do the, since I brought my King Kong 260 out with me, I thought I'd just fly it around. So here we go. Camera should be on, the Mobile should be on. Now again, it's really windy here, so there we go. Let's kind of take just a short little video. I can say this King Kong quad has been doing very well since I did, by the way, since my last video. This did have a bad motor. It was not an ESC issue. Since I fixed the motor, it flies great. But like I said again, my intention wasn't to shoot video of this. I just happened to bring it with me. But so anyway, I'm a little disappointed. I'm glad those props failed at about 30 feet up, not 150, 200 feet up. So it goes to show you can't. You have to be careful with these props you buy. Those are, I assume those are an ABS plastic. Of course, I'm familiar with plastics, obviously, and drilling that hub out a little bit just made it weak enough to where when I really poured I had to really use almost full throttle to get any lift on it. It just spun those props apart. So lesson learned. I really hate to go to carbon fiber props. They can also act erratic. My experience anyway. And they're also quite dangerous. You don't want to be hit by a carbon fiber prop. They'll cut you like a Ginsu knife. So we'll just take some video here. Again, this is doing very well. I did put some additional lights on the King Kong 260, white to the front, red to the back. There's nobody here at the field, by the way. It is, like I said, it is very windy. But yeah, I'm just disappointed in the failure. Guess you live and learn flying these quads. I'm just going to kind of put her up, hold her steady. I yaw it around a little bit. a lot of wind, so it's really blowing it away from me. The nose are down. Bring her at me. This quad surprisingly handles this wind very well. Again, I built the Flamewheel 450 primarily for that gimbal. I'm seriously thinking of making a hexacopter out of it. Place two additional motors. Those are 920 kV motors on that. Same motors I have on the Flamewheel 330 or the Cheerson CX. I think with an additional, excuse me, 2 motors, it's going to give it more lift. But if I do that, I'll probably have to go to a 4S battery, which means I have to put a step-down module for the anything that runs 12 volt, whether it be the lights or the transmitter. Those run on 12 volts, so I'll have to put a little step-down module. I don't really want to run two separate batteries. I'd like to run everything off the same battery, but anyway, we'll see. I just know with those 1147 props, with this wind, boy, it was just bouncing up and down. It just wasn't really flyable. Bigger isn't always better, especially on those props. There's a sweet spot with any quad and any size props. I find these 60-40s for this 260 and my Acro 260 are the sweet spot for these quads. That Flamewheel 330, as you've seen in my previous videos, it does very well with those 80-45 props. When I put the 80-45 on the Flamewheel 450, it just doesn't have sufficient lift. But I may give them one more shot with those 80-45s, because those will fit on the motors with no modification. So anyway, enjoy the video here. I'm not gonna hang around too much. Again, there's nobody here at the field. There is a skeet club, shooting club, right beside me, so you may be hearing the shotgun blasts. And fortunately, or I think fortunately, I'm far enough away to where I won't have any pellets hitting me. But I have talked to other members of the club. For once in a blue moon, when they're shooting, they'll hear pellets rain down on these trees over here. So I'm going to go ahead. I hear the alarm going, so I don't want. Okay, there should be, the gun club should be in there somewhere. I'll bring her back around. I hear the alarm, so I don't want to destroy another quad. She's really fighting that wind. Yep. Okay, Mr. Polymers, we'll catch you guys later. I'll work on this 450, and again, I may give it a shot on the 80-45 blades, which I do have an extra set from the Flamewheel 330. So talk to you guys later.